What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Leon Angus, and in this video what we're going to be going through is a dental website. So I'm going through a review of a website that you can find on a marketplace called Motion Invest. So Motion Invest is a place where you can buy and sell websites. It's run by Spencer Hawes, pretty good place where you get like mediocre to low tier websites that are being sold. So if you don't want to go and spend hundreds of thousands and millions and whatever else, and that's probably a great place that you can go check out. So I'll leave a link to that in the description, you can check out as well. All right, so inside of this video, what we're going to be doing is going over a website that's about dental care, which is quite funny because I just had a bit of food stuck in my teeth just a minute ago and I needed a bit of floss. What's really good is it shows that you can make websites about absolutely anything almost and make it profitable if you follow through with the right steps in the correct way. So make sure your pen and paper's out and get ready to take some notes because we're going to get straight into it. So this is the website. If you're wondering what that toolbar is at the top, that's just Ahrefs. And this is how we see the site first of all. So I just had a look at this button here, and where it leads you to is the about page. So that's something I would change right off the bat. Personally, if someone just came to your site and they want to know more about your website, I'm sure they'd probably want to know more about the content of the site. What the homepage should do instead is communicate what the site is about right off the bat. Yeah, so that way people can see exactly what the site's about and get a general feel from usually the colors, the theme, and the wording that you're using. So straight away, if I was to look at this page, what do I think it's about? Tooth cleaning and maintenance. XYZ. So I'd maybe just move resource up there if that's what you wanted to put on the front. And then they've got an image. And what's interesting is I was recently researching that women perform very well on images because women like to see women and men like to see women a lot of the time for the most of us. So they perform very well. Whereas if you had like a guy, it might not perform as well and not be as friendly. Some people are a bit skeptical about the sizing of when you've got this kind of whole hero image behind. Yeah, so when you've got a full page image like this, you always want it to be in a way that shows there is more to the page. So you don't want to have it like the full square so someone thinks that's just the landing page. It needs to be like this. So this is very good, where it's still got the bit at the bottom that you can scroll down and get to more information. That's how it would look on mobile. So it looks very nice, very friendly, and it actually has a very good color scheme. So it does make me think of dental care when I see the pink, the blue. The blue is like what reminds you of toothpaste and keeping fresh and minty, and then white and it's very clean and simple. There's not too much going on. Overall, I really like the homepage. I think it looks absolutely brilliant. Okay, so what we're going to move on to now is just looking at a few of the metrics about this site, and then we'll dive into some of the content and take a look at that. Straight away, we can see that the site is 1 year and 11 months old and is currently generating an average of $1,211 per month, and it's being sold for $46,664. So when we come down, it shows us a bit more information. So you can see visitors per month is at 3,740. So what's interesting here is that you can see that the sales that they are generating is of, I'd say, probably high ticket products to generate that kind of income from such low amount of traffic, because in the grand scheme of things, this is a very low amount of traffic. And then we've got the general domain authority. So this is a metric created by Moz. Domain authority of 12 is pretty much low, like in the lower range of websites on the internet. And they've got 110 articles posted. We'll take a look at those articles after to see how good they are. And then we can see the general flow of traffic going from July 2020 coming up all the way until February this year. So we can see they're averaging roughly about 3,000 visits per month, just taking a look at that. And you can see where the Google Analytics are showing when the site started and then so on and so forth. As we come down, if we take a look at the income, we can see from July 2020, they were making $1,800. So that's quite interesting how the income has diminished over time. So it started off very strong and then diminished. Whenever I see this, I'm going to be looking at where the traffic was coming from and if they done some kind of promotion to just blast the site out in the earlier days, or any kind of unscrupulous practice to get a lot of traffic in the earlier days and then the traffic started to diminish. So when we take a look at this traffic here, we can see that traffic has kind of stayed and remained around that average. So it's not so much the Google SEO traffic. Majority of their traffic is coming from organic search, so 86%. So it couldn't be that. And then these are the affiliate vendors, the affiliate marketplaces that they're using. So we can see here ShareASale. Sometimes it could be a product that is no longer available that they were selling or ranking for, so on and so forth. A DR rating of 0.5. So this is like almost like a brand new site. Okay, the authority in the eyes of Ahrefs. They've got 176 referring domains. So this is the total amount of separate entities that are actually linking over to them. And then those entities are linking to them 833 times overall. Now, what's really interesting about Motion Invest is they give you the seller's perspective on what they think. So they're the person who started it. Sometimes they're exhausted. They've got a big portfolio. There's many different reasons of why they'd be selling this site. So it's quite interesting to see their thoughts and feelings on what you could do to improve it. Asking the first question, what would you do to improve the website? Okay, so add more content consistently, update existing content to increase rankings. So they probably indicating that there's quite a few articles that are sitting on like page 2 and 3 and so on and so forth. Could be not as relevant as they were when they started, or there could be many different reasons. I mean, the content's only a year old, so I'm not really sure what you could do. Maybe they didn't really hit the search intent the way they really could have, and they're advising that you improve those articles. So we'll take a look at a few of those and see what we could actually tweak on that. Build more solid backlinks. Who would this business be perfect for? Anyone who builds websites, obviously. Okay, so they've asked them what the biggest struggle is with the site, and it's updating content consistently, and it's been challenging due to a large portfolio. So I just talked about how that can affect a website owner's progression, you know? So if you're running several different sites, it's hard to focus your efforts on every single one. So you're going to have to kind of drop websites out of your portfolio, as you might not be putting in as much as you could, and give someone a better chance to really hone in on it and make it what it could be. Okay, so this is very interesting as well, because these are the things that you're going to be getting with website purchase. So you've got social accounts directly associated with the site. So ad accounts and affiliate accounts are not included. So all that means is, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get revenue from the site. It just means you'd have to transfer all of the links and so on and so forth all over to either, you know, whatever affiliate vendors they're using. So you'd have to sign up to ShareASale and wherever else. And then if they're monetizing with Ezoic or something like that, you'd have to monetize with Ezoic ad as well. You'd have to create a new account and then get that set up as well. And make sure you look out for my video on the 15th that's coming up, because you'll get access to Ezoic with zero traffic. So they're doing a campaign that they're running at the moment where they're allowing publishers just like yourself to enter into Ezoic and start monetizing your site, even if your traffic is at 0. So a brand new site, you can apply ads to the site and start monetizing it as soon as you get some traffic. So make sure you do look out for that on the 15th of this month. So they've worked with writers and agencies. They said they don't build PBNs, but they might build other links. They haven't really stated what links they have built. So they could be building genuine normal links. And if you don't know what PBNs are, they're private blog networks. So they're just a series of interlinked websites that are for the purpose of increasing the rankings and authority of sites that they link to. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the website and take a look at some of the content on the site to see how good it is. So if we were to just go up here to the navigation, we've got straight away like reviews. So that's pretty good. I mean, I would have like a menu bar that says blog, because a lot of people are going to want to read the blog. There is no real blog section. So it seems like all of their articles are going to be buyer intent. I'm not so sure on that yet, but that's what it's indicating from looking at this, because everything is just best and reviews. There's nothing that I've seen that's just general information. So one of the things that I would immediately apply to a site like this is just some helpful informational content around this industry. Now, this is falling in a lot of the time to your money, your health, because it's health related. So you'll have to establish some real EAT to grow at some level of authority within this kind of space, because that's going to be your best friend to growing a site like this. Okay, so just looking at the content immediately, it looks very good and nicely spaced out. I would say a little bit too spaced out in some of the areas, because it could be a little bit better formatted. There's like big gaps and so on and so forth. So it's nice and digestible, but it's very gappy, and God knows how that would look on mobile. So as you can see, yeah, it looks very, spaced out, like as if there's meant to be advertisements within this area. that have been blocked or something. I'm not so sure what that is. Brutally honest review of a particular product. So this is a single product review page, okay? So some of the things I'm going to be looking at inside of this is who is the product for, some of the things that's good about this product, some of the negative things about this product, and potentially where I can buy it if I did want to get hold of it. Okay, so straight away looking at this, I don't know where this ranks for this particular keyword, but if I look at this, these are very generic tips and information. So it's like the cheapest on the market. I mean, this could apply to absolutely any product in the world. You've got best customer service. Again, this could apply to any product, I mean, that has decent customer service. So this is getting a bit more into detail. When you're doing a single product review, you need to really hone in and drive in on the specific things that make that product good over everything else on the market. You're comparing it to everything else that's out there and saying that this is good. So you need to really highlight the specific things about this, of why someone would want it. Because if they're actually trying to get you over to buy this, which they are, they need to be more in depth about why this is good. All right, so what they've done here is they've just taken, like, it looks like a screenshot of other reviews. I don't even know how legal this is. This looks like they've taken it from Amazon or somewhere and just put up like the top reviews, all these 5 stars, which is very biased and one-sided and doesn't look that genuine. I don't know if these reviews have been left here. I very much doubt it. It looks like they've taken it off of the vendor's page or something. I personally would go into like a forum or something and try and get inside information of people that have used this product, and maybe a Facebook group or something like that, and see real customer reviews and feedback of whether they would recommend this product or not, or the differences that they saw in their teeth after using it over a 10-week period or something like that. So I'd go more in depth with the information. There isn't much information also about the manufacturer here. So one of the things that you're going to be looking at for this kind of product is whether the manufacturer is credible. So if you don't know who Smile Love is, which in my case I don't know who they are, I'd want to know a little bit about that manufacturer and the products that they make, or how long they've been around, or so on and so forth, if I'm coming to look on a review of their product. Okay, so they've missed those things. And then they've got like comparison chart, where I wouldn't have a comparison in an article like this, because this is specifically about a single product. They're comparing the different prices for this product, which is pretty good, because if it's for this one product and these are different vendors that are selling it, then that's okay. I wouldn't go to town of like creating this table on it, or I would have created a simple table within WordPress if I was going to do this. So those are some of the things that I would criticize on this right away. So they've got best home teeth straightening, alignings, reviews, and buying guide. Okay, so this is going to be telling me how to buy this product, and they're going to be reviewing these products. Okay, so straight away we've got a table here. Again, I don't really like this table. They could use a simple WordPress table. Nice image. It's a stock image, so maybe they could use something that looks a little bit more genuine and has more of an authentic feel to it. But, they've got the disclosure, and then they get straight into content here. I wouldn't repeat the title that you've just given here. You don't need to then state it again. You would get straight into the content. Okay, so this intro is okay. Like, it's identifying what the article is going to be about to some degree. I mean, they could make it more simple. They're making assumptions here that the person has crooked teeth, which is true. They probably do if they're going to be looking for best at home teeth. Okay, but it could be someone buying it for someone else. But then again, obviously, that would still apply to that scenario. So that's not too bad. They've got here that they've tested the products. That's absolutely brilliant. Okay, and then they go on to say that they're going to be sharing the feedback with you. That is absolutely what you want to do in your introduction. So straight away, I would make sure this is right at the top. This disclosure doesn't need to be here. I'd have the disclosure at the top so it's out the way. You can see it as soon as you come on the page, and then we're getting straight into what people came for. Okay, the image is not bad. It's a good image. It makes sense, but I'd be trying to get into this introduction as quick as possible. I wouldn't link to it immediately as soon as someone comes in. If someone's looking for the best product, they've already established that they have a problem, and the problem is that they have crooked teeth. Yeah, they now also know that the kind of solution that they need, but they're unsure about what particular solution that's going to be most suitable to them to fix their problem. Okay, so what they're trying to do here is establish the one for them the one product, okay? And then that's when they might go on to like looking for that exact product review to see if it's the real deal sort of thing, like the previous article that we just looked at. First thing I would do is straight away, instead of this thing here, I'd have a comparison chart like this straight up there. So I would give them what they came for. I'd be like, look, these are the top 3 that I recommend. So even not even top 5, I'll just recommend like top 3 products. Boom, boom, boom. If this is your price range, then go for this one. You know, like if you're trying to look for the most budget friendly one. If you're looking for the most effective, then it's this one. And if you're looking for the most long lasting, then it's this product here. Okay, so those are the kind of things that we would be looking at to try and get this. So all they've got is a price comparison, which is good. So yeah, just put this into a better, simple table. This table is way too complicated, and then they've got these different like get your discount, read our review, and all of these complicated things. I mean, I'll just keep it simple, like here's the link to go get it, you know, click the link or whatever it may be. More direct in what you're telling someone to do, whereas this is just like, you know, read our review. Why do you want to read a review if you're on this page to get the answers? You don't want to go off to another page to go and read something else. I don't really like the layout of how they've set this out. So this could be a lot better. So what they're talking about on the content could be so much more improved, because if we do take a look at this, they've got like full money back guarantee. I mean, these things would be listed very quickly. So they're trying to list this like as if this is a sales page and they're trying to sell the product. Like you have no risk, blah, blah, blah. People know what a no money back guarantee is. You don't need to explain it. If it says free retainers and it says money back guarantee, that could be all in a bulleted list. Like, okay, these are the features or the things that are included with this product. Boom, 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 boom. You know, so you're going to go in depth. The main thing people want to know is your review of the product. That is the main meat of this whole post. So the overall experience on the site is pretty good. I mean, I like these kind of tables. This is AAWP. This appears to be, which is very good. This looks nice. And this is what I would have went more with in the kind of sense of the way I would have been writing the content. So when they're talking about improving old articles, maybe they are referring to the ones we were just on. I personally wouldn't be having buy buttons on a website like this. I would have it just as text links strictly. I would keep that all the way, but this does look nice and appealing. It looks still professional, and it goes with the general theme of the site. So this is a lot better. Okay, so this is a product versus product. This is a 1v1 article. Yeah, so this is generally like how I would approach this. This is very good. This is a good 1v1. Just looked at a random page's load time. The page size is very heavy. So over a megabyte is very heavy. You want to have this like ideally under 500 kilobytes. And then we've got a load time of 2.65 seconds. So under 3 seconds is generally good. Under 2 seconds is absolutely great. Ideally, you'd want to get it under 2 seconds. They probably got some heavy images on that page, which could most certainly improve across a lot of their pages if they are not downsizing those images. And sometimes you could just use a simple plugin like Short Pixel Optimizer, which could very much help you to optimize your images across your website. Okay, so if we take a look at their link profile, so I want to go to do follow. So they've got 66 do follow. So these are links that are passing juice to the site. You can see like they've got a DR72, 70, 51, so on and so forth. So they said they haven't really actively been building links. And as you can see, I mean, they've only got like of authority, I'd class as anything over 20 DA that are making a difference to this site's overall authority. And we can see there's only like 4 or 5 of those links. The rest are just like of low authority or no authority altogether. If we take a look at some of their keywords, and we can see that they've got quite a few keywords and pages that are ranking on first page. Vivera retainers. So this one is getting like 100 searches a month on average according to the tool. It could be way more, way less. These tools are just based on averages. And then best teeth aligners, so on and so forth. So we've got that, and that probably is one of the products within their Best Buy review there. Best teeth aligners. So they are ranking pretty well for things like best teeth aligners. So that article is ranking right there in position 7. So it does have a lot of potential. And then if we move on to page 2, positions 11 and 12, we can see they've got their 1v1 there right up on page 2. That's not too bad. Okay, so this is an info article. But if we try and get to this from the homepage, it seems like we've got orphaned content. So this is content that's being left in its own place somewhere across their website that actually isn't being linked to. I can actually check the internal links to this with Ahrefs. So as we can see, they are internally linking very well across their site. So they're linking to these articles internally, which is pretty good. But I would definitely have just a blog of where people can come and start to read the blog. So they're just trying to put right on the forefront only product focused articles, whereas I think there is far more potential with giving someone the opportunity to read information and then link over to your products or product review articles from there internally, you know. So that is also a strategy that could work very well. So you can see here they are doing that here as well, but these articles again cannot be found on the homepage or via the menu section. Okay, so after doing a calculation and taking the total sale price and dividing it by the average monthly income, we get a 38x multiple. Personally, after taking a look at this site and the way it's been built, I don't really think that it's worth a 38x multiple. One of my main reasons is that from what I can see, they're specifically monetizing via one affiliate marketplace. It's not currently being monetized via ads or any other sustainable way aside from affiliate products that rely upon people making an immediate purchase upon coming onto the site. There would still be a lot of work needed to be done to the site. So I would put this more at like a 25x multiple. The only thing that it's doing well is it's converting the traffic very well because it's all buyer intent focused traffic. But overall, it's not even bringing a lot of traffic. So there could be like one shift or one change that could completely ruin this business. And as you can see, the traffic in February has been as low as 1,847. So it's on a downward trajectory if we actually take a look from August last year. Really, if you're looking at this number right here, I mean, we're looking about like $10,000 to $15,000 for this site. You know, if we base it on the most recent income report for the last month, which you wouldn't do, you'd take an average over the last whatever, but you're also going to be looking at the general direction. And I would have to know what happened from this period here to this period, because we haven't really seen. Those are my thoughts on this website. If you have any questions about the site, leave your questions below. If there is anything that you would have liked me to cover that I didn't cover in this video, then make sure to leave that below as well. And if you have any comments of what you would improve about the site or things that you would change about this site, then definitely leave that, and others in the community can learn from that as well. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.